What is up, guys? Fidelis here. And after watching the live streams of Black Ops 2 and seeing all the guns and the perks and hearing about the Pick 10 and the wild cards and all this stuff, I wanted to sit down and actually make a class or mess around. I really, not knowing what everything's going to be like and what all the certain things are going to be like. If I sat down right now and played the game and made a class, this is kind of how my class would be set up just to try it out, a rush class. So the first thing, I'm gonna need to pick a gun, and I wanted to make a rush class. So um here are all the guns, um the primaries. And I'm not gonna want a shotgun, I'm not gonna want an LMG, I'm not gonna want a sniper rifle. You guys all know my style of play. Some of the assault rifles were kind of interesting. I want to play with the SIG 556 a little bit. That gun looks pretty interesting. I hope it's good. I like the SIGs from other games I've played and stuff, but I want to use a submachine gun since I'm going to be rushing. So my choices are right there, and I think I'm going to choose the MSMC. And I saw that in the live streaming, a lot of the pro players were using it, and it seemed pretty beast, kind of like a PP90 and stuff. As you can see, I got the tracker up top, the 1 through 10, so you guys can keep track of that. Attachments, these are all the attachments for all the guns. I didn't know what were going to be available, so I just put them all up there. But I'm going to use extended mags on this thing, and then I'm going to need to go to my perks. My perks are going to take up a lot of the pick 10. It's kind of like you can kind of have specialists, and I'll show you what I mean with the wild cards and stuff. But in the first pick, there's Flak Jacket, Ghost, Blind Eye, Hardline, lightweight, and in search, this class for search. So I'm gonna want Flak Jacket. I wore Flak Jacket a lot in Black Ops, the first one, and it's good because it protects you against claymores, grenades, the RC cars, the new recon things or whatever. But you can have another perk in the first perk slot using a wild card. As you can see, I just used one there. It does take up one of your things up top for the pick 10, but I'm gonna put in lightweight because I want to rush, and having lightweight and Flak Jacket, that's kind of new, and it would be interesting to see how that works. So going on to the second perk, which really surprised me. There's not a lot to use in the second one. There's Hardwired, Scavenger, Cold Blood, Toughness, and Fast Hands. And the only one I really liked was Toughness. It's kind of like Focus from MW3. So I'm gonna use Toughness, I think, in that. And that's really all I kind of liked out of there. There's not much in there. Scavenger might be something new with picking up stuns and all that stuff, but we'll have to see. And going to the third perk, there's Engineer, Dead Silence, Extreme Conditioning, Tac Mask, Awareness, Dexterity, a lot of new things. They do different things, a lot of different things from what they're named. But Dead Silence, as always, I think I'm going to have to use another wild card here. And there's a lot of stuff in this perk slot. But I'm going to use a wild card, and I'm going to go with Extreme Conditioning because I want to rush, and having lightweight, Flak Jacket, Extreme Conditioning, and Dead Silence, that's going to be a nice class to rush with. But the only bad part is I don't have a secondary, I don't have a lethal, and I don't have a tactical, and I have one thing left, and I'm going to use tactical because with the amount of people that are probably going to use Flak Jacket, grenades, and all that stuff are probably going to be useless. So I'm going to use a concussion so I can pre-stun corners maybe while I'm rushing. But that's all I can really think of. Secondary, it's going to be interesting to see how this all works out. Everything's going to change, like I said, once we get used to the game, once we figure out a lot of the newer things, the newer perks, what's going to work, what's not going to work. Maybe I want a secondary. Maybe I don't even need a second perk. Maybe I don't need Toughness and just leave the perk slot blank and use a grenade or use a secondary, or, there's a lot of things to do now with this pick 10. And it's going to be very interesting to see all the new guns, the way people are going to put their perks together with this. The perks, their secondaries, their attachments. Like the wild cards, you can get more attachments for your guns. There's a lot of other wild cards out. I don't know them all. But you can get more attachments for your guns. You can get more perks, obviously. You can get more secondary attachments. It's just so much stuff to do that we don't know about, or we're going to have to play to find out about. But that is kind of the class that if I sat down right now to play is what I would throw together. I think you need the prestige to use wild cards. I'm not sure yet. Someone told me that. But that is what I would do right there. And like I said, everything's gonna change after we play this for a month or two, uh, figure out some things. But there's my search rush class as of now. That's what I would do. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys later.